Hello and welcome. Well, thank you for joining us. I'm Lucia Fernandez, and today we'll discuss record hints and sources. So, this lesson will be available on YouTube and Facebook. Just look for Family Search Europe and join the group so you'll know about future events. And the lesson handout will also be available under files on the Family Search Europe Facebook group. So let's start. Well, today we'll try and understand a little about sources. So, a source can be a picture, a journal, a Bible document, or other item that contains evidence about your family history. Sources are critical to the genealogical process for documentation and discovery. In Family Tree, you can attach sources to people, couple relationships, parent child relationships, and other types. They demonstrate the accuracy of the information in the tree. They help you evaluate conflicting information and they acknowledge work done by others. So, a record hint is a historical record that Family Tree finds for you about your ancestors. Family Tree conducts this search automatically, and since we are always adding new historical records to Family Search, our hinting system is always looking for new record hints about your ancestors. A record hint could identify missing children, parents, siblings, and other relatives. You can transfer information from the record to the family tree without having to retype it. To get the most from record hints, you do three basic tasks. Make sure that the record is really about your ancestor. Transfer any information that you want from the record to the family tree. Attach the record hint to your ancestor in family tree, and then it becomes a source to your ancestors in family tree. So how do we find hints? Let me just put this here bigger so you can see it. So there are a couple of ways you can find hints. For example, do you see this icon? This is the record hint. So it says here that I have two possible record hints for this person. I can either see it here or I can just click here and see all of the record hints. This is helpful because you can see the name of the spouse and the name of the child in that record. But let's go back because I want to show you other ways. So this is a way. Just go to your family tree and here you can search for this little blue icon here. You can just do it this way. Another way, if you want to see it better, for example, just take everything away, like I'm doing here, and leave only the record hints. And this will show you in your tree. So now let's turn them back because they really help us. Another way, you can go to the home page. Just click here where it says Family Search. It will take you to the home page. And here, see in this tab, you have hints. Just click here and it will show you all the hints in your tree in a list. Instead of you going searching for them on your tree, you can just go here and see it. And you can just click here and here they are. So for example, in here, you can just click just like I did, click here and it will show you the record hints. Just open the little arrow and it will show you the details here. Just by looking at this, I already know this is correct because these are the parents. So I can just go here and review, or if it's just clear that this is a wrong hint, just ignore. Okay. Let's find another one that have multiple sources here. So this one has multiple sources. And you can just come here and see all of them and what it says. But just review one by one so you know it's correct. So this is another way you can do it. Let's go to this one. So let's review this one. Just click here and it will take you to this page. So here you can find other options. So here you have like a summary of the record here, like the names, dates, places, other names of people in the record. You have a copy of the record. You can just go to the original record. You can see the collection where the record was found and all the other names there. So just by looking at this, I know this is wrong. There's something wrong here. And here, there's a name missing. And here, well, there are some problems here. So what we can do is edit. So here we have the edit option. So just click here. And again, our good friend, the pencil, is here. And it will show you where the information was taken in the record. So I already know the name is correct. Okay, I don't need to do anything there. But in the relationships, some of the names are not correct. So this is what I do. I just go here to the pencil and I'll just look for them. So here, oops, now it's correct. Let's do all the others. Here, it's also incorrect. So I can just fix this. So this is a godparent. Although it doesn't have a relationship, whenever we change these names, we are teaching the computer to read them better. So just do it. And another nice thing here is that he's telling me that this name doesn't appear on this page. It will appear on the page 14. See that I'm in page 13? So he's telling me if I want to look at the name, which I did before, I will need to go to the other page. Now look what happens if I click here. So it looks a lot like when you do indexing, right? 2 pages come along when you need to do the other part. And now I can just see better the names. So I can do the changes I need. So here, I already know the name. Now here I have, this is different because the computer couldn't read that it was the same word in different pages. So I can just add this here. So whenever I click edit, it will take me to another place. And it will show me other people on this record. So this is how I can just change and do the changes I need here. See, this is how we do it. Just click on Save Changes, and he's not letting me do that now. But so every time you click one, it will take you to another page. So you can do this. And here you can just go and change that person's name. I'm doing one so you see how it's done. And save changes. If I try to do it all at once in the other page, it won't let me. So now let's go and try. I can even see the context where that person is found here. Okay, so now this is changed. Let's go again to the other one, and he will show me a list of the names there. But let's go to the other one, because let's see what happens if I just refresh the page now that I changed the mother's name. So let's see if it works. See, it's correct now. So whenever you want to change one name, this is the process. Click on relationships, click on the name of the person you want to edit. It will take you to another page, and you can make the change. And this will help other people get correct hints in the future. And just again, save changes, and that's it. Now let's go to the other one to see if it worked. Let's see the name of the godfather. See, here it is, corrected. So if I try to do this for every single one of them, this is the process, and it will work. And you will have a nicer hint here. So you can attach this to the tree, and you can also attach this to the source box. So you can just add this image to the source box, or you can go to your source box. I will show you this a little bit ahead. I will show you this, or you can just attach. Now I want to show you another way we can search for hints. So this is one way. The other one, just go to search. Let's say you don't know the name of the person, you don't know where it is in the tree. So let's see, let's go to search. And let's go to records. So here, let's just put one name. For example, very common name. Now I'll show you this in a second. Let's close this because I want you to see this part. So whenever we look for someone, we'll have these options from our search. And this those icons will appear here on the right. So if you click here, it means you have an image in Family Search. If you click here, you have a record just like the one I showed you before, where you can edit. Very simple. Now let me show you another one. So if you click here on this little person, it means you have possible matches. And there's another one. This is a different symbol. So this one means you have an image for that person, but in another website. So it will take you to another place. So if you just click here. But right now, I want to show you, well, I show you how to go here and have this option to go directly to the attached to the family tree, or sometimes the edit is not available. So this, sorry, See here, sorry, this record cannot be edited. Well, let's hope we find others that we have more luck with our names. But let's just go back here because I want to show you what we do with the source linker. So the source linker, usually whenever you have this icon with the person, it means it will take you to a possible match with someone already on the tree. So let's just click this. And the same thing will happen when you find a hint in your family tree. It's pretty much the same thing. So right now, this page here is what we call the source linker. So you can add this left part is referring to the record, and this right part is what you already have. It's what already exists in family tree. So you can just come here and add, just by doing this, you can just add those details that you don't have here. Right now I will undo because this is not one of my names. And you can just do this and you can attach. Let's just do this in a name that I can change so you can see it better. Let's go to this one. Let's go back to José Gaspar and let's review. So I already checked and I know this hint is accurate. So I just go here. If it is not, just click on dismiss. So let's attach this to family tree. So let's go here. So I already know it is correct. I will just compare the names and attach. Don't forget that you have two links here. One will go to the record, to the summary of the record, and the other one will go to the image. Please check this before you do any matches or link someone or a source, okay? Just make sure it's the right person. So again, let's just compare and do this. So we have another source here. Whenever a source is well linked, it will become green, just like this. See, just changed color. So now, let me just, I want to see the parents that I have here. And if I don't want to see them, I just click here. So now I want to see the parents. Click open or close. See if you want to see. Right now, I have a list of people in the records. So these two couples here are the grandparents. So what I do is I will change the focus person. So let's go to Enrique or Henry. So he showed me the names on the record and he's showing me the names on my family tree. So I will just compare and put them here. And here, the same thing. Again, now I want to add the parents for Julia because I know they're there. So now again, I will change the focus person and I will click on Julia. I want to see the parents to see if they are the same that were found in the record. So I have a Francisco and a Maria here. Look, you just have to click and drag the name to the correct box, just like that. Let's add, and then you just compare. Let's go back for Maria. Again, click and drag. And you can do this for every relationship you have. If you find out, oh, this is not right, just detach. Just remember to add a little note of why you're detaching for other people that have the same names on the tree, okay? So right now, I already know that these are the names here are not of any relationship here. So I can just close, but I want to show you something else. Maybe, no, I'll show you with another name. So if you want to go back to one of these, just click here and go to person or to the name, and it will take you to the person's details page. Or you can just go here. There are several ways you can find it. But now I want to show you the new source linker. And I will use another name to show you something else. So this is something that Family Search has been working on and is really, really great. So if you don't like this one, you can always go back to the old source linker. Just click here. But I really like this one because it has different features than the old one. So again, here is the information of the record on the left, and here is the information on the tree. So you can just go here and see all the details of the person here. That will show. Just go click and you will find all the information here. And this is something that is different. See, now we can have occupations and residents in your tree, and this will go to the other information. So you don't have to retype everything there. You just put it here. But so let's just find out another one where we can work on. Let's go here. There's another one I have here that I know we can use. Let's go back to my tree. Well, not my tree, but the names that I added. Because there's one here with an example that I want to show you. So let's go to this one. And let's review the attach. See, anytime I want to go back to the old source linker, I can. But honestly, if the new one is improved, let's use it. And it has bigger, the words are bigger, and I think it's easier even to see. So again, this is another one that I know is correct. So we can just go here and attach. Now I will compare this person that I know is the same, attach. Now we're using the new source linker. And now I have this son that was born in 1863. Again, I have the option to view the record here. So let's just add. And he's saying that this person already exists for this couple. And if I want to select it, if the person that is suggested is not the correct one, you can just create one. Let's see what happens if I put here create. So I can add all the informations in the record the same way, and I can add a new name. So this is how you do it. And here is where others appear on the record, but it doesn't seem that we have anyone here. So let's go here. Quite simple, this one. I will not put this name here because I haven't checked this one, and I have to. But I will show you another one, another example that I want to show you of a hint that I saw earlier. So let's go to show all, because I'm looking for someone in particular. Okay, here she is. So here he says that I have this child, Julia, that I know the record is from this couple. Let's review and attach, because I want to show you this. So, of course, I already know they're the correct couple. Just go here, compare, attach. If it has new information, just add. But now this is why it's important to view the record, view the image. So this is something that I will have to research a little more. So he's saying that this record is from a Julia born in the 1900s. If I click on details, I can see what is in her record. And you could probably say, okay, let's add a new child. The thing is, I already have a son called Julio, and look at his details. Born in the same year. So when I go look to this record, it says they probably were born on the same date. But there is a discrepancy here. So I have two options. Or I go and try and find out the record for Julia to see if she exists. Or maybe Julia is not Julia, it's a Julio, and it's not transcribed correctly. So when I go, this is something that I just need to find out. So if this Julia really existed and it's Julio's twin, I can just add her here. See, and I will have all the events and I can just put her here. Let me just cancel. But if I found out that Julia is actually Julio, this is what I do. Let me just put this here a little up. Just click there and drag. Quite simple. And then compare. Of course, I will not do this right now because I need to be sure. And let's just say, okay, after all, Julia is Julio's twin. Again, just drag and find an empty space and add her there. Just like that. And if you need to undo, you can just do that on the tree later. But before you do that, make sure the record, what you're seeing here is actually what's in the record. So if I just click here, I can just go to the image and it will appear here. And you can just make sure of it. So this is a way to attach records. Sometimes when you, and let's try and do this. Let's see where we were with the other one. So when we go to let's go back to search so I can just show you another thing. Let's use our Paul Smith again from England. So if this doesn't appear, it means there's probably not a record like that on the tree, but we can use one only with the record. So whenever we come here and you decide to attach this to the family tree, you can find if you have a match for this person. He will use the last names you saw on the tree, so you can select an option, or you can just go here to possible matches and add an ID if this person is already in family tree, or it will show you the last persons you saw and give you a list so you can just select a person. Of course, none of this is correct, so we will not use it. So let's go back here to, let's go back to Jose. I want to show you how you can find all these sources. So whenever you click on someone's name, you'll have this card box where you can have the sources, and you can just click here. Let's go back to family tree, and I can show you this from the start. So you can find sources in several ways, in several places here on family tree. So for example, let's go to, we already added one. Let's go to here, to this one. So if you go to, let's go to an easier name, okay? Antonio, it's an easier name. So whenever you click on a person, you will see how many sources you have. You can just click there and it will take you to the sources page. If you click on the person, it will take you to the details page, where again, you can see the sources. You can find the sources here. We'll go there in a minute. And you can find the sources in tools as well. If you just click here, the sources will appear on the right. Another place you can find sources, if you have them, is in the relationship, in the couple relationship. Just click on the pencil, just go down, and you can add sources here, or you can find them here. So right now I will show you the sources here on this tab. And here you have all the options, all the sources that you added to the tree. So let's say, for example, you want to add a new source. Just click here, add a new source. Just click here. But just to make easy your work, always add the source to your source box. I will show you how to use this right now. So if I want to use a source from my source box, I can just attach it from here, because it's already done for other people. So you can create folders and separate the sources and add them all here. And you can just put it here. But all the sources that you have will be here. And you can just click and attach, and it will ask you the reason you're attaching this source. And by the time you click here, it will go directly to the sources page. This is very, I use this a lot whenever I'm adding a source for a child, because then I just use this to add it to the parents instead of creating a new source again. And just another option that I want to show you before we end is usually Family Search makes this in a chronological order. But let's say you don't like this order. Just go here to options, and you can change, instead of ascending, you can put it in a descending order, and it will change the order here. See, just like that, it will change the order. But let's say still you don't like the order of the sources, how they are sorted out here. So just click here on custom. And this is something very nice, because I know this is a marriage for 1814, but I don't want the marriage there. For example, see here how the sources are. They are not in the correct order. Just by clicking on custom, I can now click and drag a source and put it in the place I want it to be. You just go and click the source, just like that. So 1820, I want it here. This is how I want to see it. And you can just do that. If you still want in order by date, just click on date. And just to end, let's say, oh, this source is not correct. This is not here. You can just click here and detach. Very simple. And sometimes when we do the sources, when you use the source linker, you will see here unfinished. Let's see if I have this one here. Because Oh, I really want to show you this other thing that happens when we use the source linker. Yeah, it's here. So whenever we use the source linker, sometimes we get this message. What this means is there are still some people found in the record that weren't attached to this source. You can, if you just click here, unfinished attachments, it will take you to the source linker so you can check if the names have a relationship. We already know they haven't. So the green ones are the ones already attached. The other ones are witnesses, godparents, maybe the priest's name. We don't need that. So what you can do, so you don't have this message appearing all the time, just dismiss it because you don't need it anymore. And that's it. This is how you work with hints and sources. Well, I hope you enjoy this. I have a question that I need to answer. Let me try and find out if I can. I will need to sign out, and we will find out this question right away. So, is the edit option open to non-members of the church? So let me try and sign with my other account as a non-member. And let's try that option to see if it works right now. So let's go to the tree to see if we have any hints. No, so let's use search. It's faster this way. Let's go for Paul Smith again. Our dear friend Paul Smith. If there's anyone with that name watching, welcome. And let's see if we can edit a record. So here, edit is unavailable, but we found some like this a while ago. Let's see if we can find another one. So it's not available. So let's try one of mine that we were able to edit and see what happens. I don't remember the date now, but let's see. This here is not correct. Let's go to this one. So pretty much all those names are mine because I remember putting them here. So let's use this one. And edit. Okay, see what happens here? You need special authorization to edit this record. So maybe this will come for non-members in the future. This is quite a new feature, so let's hope it will come. But for now, it's not available for non-members. I hope you liked the lesson today, and now you can add sources in a better way. Okay, well, bye and have a great day.